Senator Robotham, the next question, we start out with you. This is a question regarding one's faith and morality. It's a little different from the first one, but we believe that a candidate's personal faith will inevitably influence their creation and interpretation of laws and policies. Describe how has your faith influenced your role as a public servant?
I think public servant speaks for itself. The definition of a public servant is someone who's put there to help the general public. By believing that we are a brother's keeper and that we're put here to help and move people along the continuum and provide the assistance as they're needed is all part of the role of a public servant, whether it's in government or any other role. As a parish president and the leader of the community, it's important to implore your feelings and beliefs to the people who work for you. Because as you know, the parish president is not the only person who provides services throughout the parish. They're the leader, but they're working with a team of people, which includes the council and the employees. It's critical that not only my belief that our desires and our job is to help the residents, that's also conveyed to the people who work for you. I know what I believe. I've believed it my entire life. I've served people in every role, as I said, starting from birth to 21, and more recently through the elderly in my position in the governor's office. Obviously, our family's business is a mortuary, so we can say from birth to death. But in all honesty, what's important is that you keep that true desire to serve. That's in me. It can't be taught, it can't be bought, it can't be transferred. You either have it or you don't. My life speaks for itself. I've been in the helping industry since my entire professional life, which has been for 28 years. It'll continue. The desire to serve is genuine. There are no personal benefits to seeking the office of parish president for this candidate. It's all about the people. It's all about providing and helping make their lives better and making the lives better for our children and their children. And I think my belief, deep down, that is what all of us were put here to do, will guide my life as parish president.
Thank you. Again, Ms. Dale Wolf, describe how has your personal faith influenced your role as a public servant?
Well, first of all, if you have given your life over to Christ, it means that you are willing to do whatever is necessary to help people and to bring people's lives together and strengthen people's lives. My faith tells me that I should be all about helping people. That's what my whole life revolves around, helping people. You know, it's very, very hard to go through life and not accomplish anything. I think the thing to do in life is to keep busy, get involved, help people whenever you can, wherever you can. It's very, very important that we do that. My faith tells me that, again, we are here to help each other and not to hurt each other. It's very, very simple that we do that. We have problems in St. John that we should, as people, come together and try and resolve those problems. Whenever you meet someone that's less fortunate than you are, then you should try and help. And your faith should tell you and indicate to you that you are in.
Thank you, Mr. Dale Wood. Mr. Buddy Bowe, could you please respond to the question, describe how has your faith influenced your role as a public servant?
I went to Catholic school most of my life, and one of the biggest things that you're taught is to treat your neighbor as you would treat yourself, or love thy neighbor as you would love thyself. And as a kid, I went on many mission trips through our church, which took the people that attended out of our element and brought us into a world, a third world, where people had nothing, the true definition of nothing. And it made you appreciate more of what you had and understand that there are people in the world that need assistance, they need help, they need an uplifting hand and some assistance to get to that next level so that they can better themselves. In 2008, Hurricanes Gustav and Ike hit. And what was amazing to me, just like in 9/11, just like in Katrina, all the separations that we box ourselves into on a daily basis, they're all wiped away in the middle of an emergency. And we all become people again. We all become people who just are looking for a safer place to live, a better place to live. And so my faith has taught me to treat people as I would be treated. And what that means is we've got to treat people as people. We have to treat their problems not as a West Bank problem or a Garyville problem or a rich people's problem or a poor people's problem. They're all of our problems. And if we can look at the people of St. John Parish as people, and we treat ourselves as one community where everything that we do affects all of us, and we guide our decisions by that, then our community will start operating better than any other. If we treat people as the people they are, they're looking for a better life, a better place to live, and that means we've got to bring everyone to the table, the business community, the spiritual community, the government community, the art community. Because together we can lift everyone up. Separate, all we do is keep portions of our community down.
Mr. Gerald Kelly, describe how has your faith influenced your role as a public servant?
Well, my faith, I think, as I look back at my early childhood, helped develop my character. And in developing my character, I was able to share with others. I've been a public servant for 48 years. I started teaching in 1948, and I've worked with students, and I've worked with adults, and I've worked with people who have come into my office and told me they had cancer, or they were in the middle of divorce or separation. And I was there to serve, because we're here on earth. I think this is part of what life's all about. We're here for a small, small time on earth. And I think it's our duty and our responsibility to help people. And we get this through our faith. And by having this character, and I guess the word character education was developed a long time ago, it had no name. You develop trust. And people will come up to you. One thing about people in working with youngsters, they know phonies. They know a phony right off the bat. They'll come up to you, and they'll know whether they can come up to you and talk to you and tell you about their parents. They'll tell you about whether they're being abused. And you're there to help out. You're there to help these youngsters. You help these parents. I think my faith done an awful great job in helping me become a better person. Because I have to agree with Buddy. The golden rule takes over everything. You do unto others as you would do unto yourself. You treat people the way you would like to be treated. You never degrade people. You never talk down to people. You work with people. And that's my role, I think, that I would do as a parish leader, is work with people, respect people, and then work with them, and never look down and think I'm the almighty person and you're the little bitty person. We are all the same in God's eyes, and I would treat people in that way. Thank you.
And the next question is dealing with ethics. We're going to begin with you, Mr. Dale Wolf. Again, each candidate will have 2 minutes.